Hello everyone and welcome to GameByte Podcast number 3 with me, DarkNyte, and Sphix.
Hello.
And our special guest of Timer67.
Hello there.
Hey, we've got you. We're going to be bringing you some game news and other things and bits and pieces. Maybe,
Generally just what we normally do.
yeah, maybe less socks this time though.
Hopefully.
Maybe. Do you want to start off with game news again?
I'll let you go first.
Okay, well, yesterday, which would have been January the 5th, Diablo turned 15. So, yay for Diablo.
Yay!
Have some cake and things like that. Sure, a load of people still play Diablo in constant sort of, what's that word? Expectation of Diablo 3. In other news, Minecraft, although Minecraft hasn't yet been released on the Xbox yet. I'm not sure if it's got a release date yet. You were able to play it at Minecon if you went there, if you were lucky enough. But Minecraft on the Xbox has over 100,000, that's 1 with 5 zeros at the end, 4.5 to 5-star ratings, even though it's not out for Xbox yet. That's got to tell you something about a game.
Interesting.
If it gets...
So something that's not out has been rated.
Yeah, it's been rated more highly than games that have been out for like 3 years. Looking at you, Fable 3.
It's currently dated for quarter 2, 2012.
On the second quarter.
Yeah.
Hooray! More things for me to spend my Microsoft points on.
It's going to feature cross-compatibility with the PC version, apparently.
Well, that's weird. That's gonna be odd. I always wondered if they'd ever do like a Windows cross Xbox Live sort of barrier bridge thing.
There's only been one game, I believe, which was Shadowrun, off the top of my head.
Yeah, but everyone bought that for the Halo Reach beta.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all I have, because I have no hands.
You have no hands, okay?
No, I must apologise as well, because my infection has returned, so I'm brave. I'm slightly dying.
Allergy.
Yeah, it's come back with a vengeance. It seems like it's going to be here for one podcast, gone the next, here the next. So it's your turn to be ill next time.
No, it's not. I should infect my illness on somebody else. I'm not having it.
Yeah. I probably will as well. There's a few cats lurking around here that could do with an illness. Zombie cat.
Only couple of things I've got is apparently more rumours that the new Xbox and PlayStation consoles will be shown at this year's E3 convention. They've been a bit spotty in the past, but now apparently there is solid concrete evidence that they are going to announce that they are in production, although why they don't just say, hey guys, this is what it's going to look like, I don't know, but other than that, a lot of people seem to be thinking that PC gaming is going to overtake console gaming this year, which, to be fair, would not always that difficult.
No, I mean, well, we've got Diablo 3 coming out. Other games like that. We've got Guild Wars 2 as well. So we might just see that.
This is one we've got. Guild Wars 2. Apparently, we've got Counter Strike.
Oh yeah, Counter Strike.
Global Offensive.
Yeah, but that is coming out for Xbox as well, isn't it? So there will be online for Go, as they're calling it now.
Go on PC, yeah. But yeah, apparently they reckon 2012 is going to be the year of Valve.
Oh.
So,
maybe we'll finally see Half-Life 3. They've just been keeping it really quiet. By the way,
I'm almost squeaking at the thought.
By the way, E3 this year is at the Los Angeles Convention Center again. So nothing in the UK. The best thing we have to look forward to is the MCM Expo in May, where games are showcased for us Brits.
Anyway, I think it's our guest's turn to tell us what they think about the Star Wars beta.
Yay!
Okay, well, Star Wars beta and fully released now. It's got a vibe like the Knights of the Old Republic, being developed by the company that made the first one, I believe. I exclusively play DarkSide, being the evil Sith master that I am. I have experience with the Sith Warrior line, which I'll talk about, and the Bounty Hunter. I started off being the Sith Warrior, because if you're going to be one of them, it's either Jedi Knight or the Sith to start with.
Sith are just generally more cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You start on Korriban, which, as you know, will be the original home place of the Sith, location of the Sith Knights of the Old Republic, and in the Old Republic, it's been recently taken over and reconstructed as the home place of the Sith. Those of you who don't know, the Knights of the Old Republic was set thousands of years before Episode 1. It's a very different universe. Force powers are a lot more powerful. The Sith are a real force to be reckoned with. They have armies like the Empire in the 4th, 5th and 6th films, but led by even platoons of Jedi, Sith warriors, or acolytes as they're called. So the vibe is definitely Star Wars, but very different to what you would know as Star Wars if you only watch the films.
So it's like a fresh universe for Star Wars fans, basically.
Yes, the elements are still there. You can see traces of what is going to become the Star Wars universe. All the planets and the huts are there, not Jabba, but different ones. And it's definitely got it's slightly cartoony, but still shows off graphics quite well. It's got a high graphics level compared to World of Warcraft, but lower than Guild Wars 2, because Guild Wars 2 has been designed quite advanced in that area.
To be fair, though, it's not difficult to have better graphics than World of Warcraft.
Yeah, no.
That's true.
Minecraft's got better graphics than World of Warcraft. And I play World of Warcraft, I'm allowed to say that.
The main advantage that Knights of the Old Republic has over its contemporary MMOs is that it's fully voice acted. All the quests have small cutscenes, if you will, like in single player games. So every character, even the most insignificant NPC, has a voice, and you have a voice. You can choose what conversation options you will. Say like Mass Effect conversation truth with a small semicircular spinner, giving you the light side, the dark side, and neutral options to be able to talk.
I was going to say, when I've seen some videos of the game, and I was thinking it looks very Mass Effect like, with the you get a voice, and so does everything else, and that's kind of what made Mass Effect for me stand out. It was like, this person has a different voice to this person. I'm not in Albion anymore.
Well, you've got to remember that it's built by BioWare, at least one of the subsidiaries of BioWare, which also built Mass Effect and Dragon Age
and not
and so
Bioshock.
forth.
So they haven't gone down the same track as Metro 2033, where every actor was the same person, just with a different pitch of voice.
No, there are quite a few voice actors, I think. From what I experienced on Korriban and now Hutter, which is the Bounty Hunter Stargate world, the voices are quite diverse,
I tell you something. If you've ever played a game called Divinity 2, that has the best opening sort of village. You start off and you go into this village, and it has the best voice actors ever because they're all Welsh. Every single person in that village is Welsh, and it's like, what
I love
the
my
hell? It's like, you got to go kill some dragons now. No! I've got to amaze at your voice.
We go down to the valleys.
Oh my god, there's a sheep! Run!
Don't cheat, I lived in Wales.
Oh God.
I am officially Wanglish.
English.
It's a new language. Sorry.
It's alright.
Sorry, this is just what we're like. We just
Oh dear.
random crap.
So, if you're looking for a story, and you still want the experience of being able to play with your friends and quests and new raids and things like that, Star Wars is very definitely for you. But it also encourages solo players with the companion system and being able to quest on your own if you really want to.
Isn't there something dodgy about one of the companions?
Chocolate.
Oh, Vet, yes. Talk about Vet later. She has her own story.
If she's a Twi'lek, she deserves to be in a shot collar. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes. Vet, you gain her on Korriban. Basically, when you're serving one of the Sith Lords, because you're originally there as an apprentice who's being rushed through the Sith apprenticeship program because you've got some sort of hidden power, which makes everyone very jealous, which makes for some interesting conversation options when you're meeting other apprentices around the place. But eventually you do become apprenticed to an actual Sith Lord, and he sends you to get your first lightsaber. The problem is it's locked away in a hidden crypt. But there's one person who knows how to get in. This is Beth. She is a smuggler / sort of archaeologist who was snooping around Korriban and put into the cells which are in the Sith Academy. You are effectively given her as a gift by your Sith Lord.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, pretty much. And she is told to obey you, or she will be shocked with this shock colour that she comes with from the start. I've got to say, even though the news stories are portraying it as you can shock her whenever you want, and it's cruel, and you don't have to play like that. As soon as I got to the Sith homeworld, the Sith Empire Battlefleet, which is basically the hub of hubs, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
The hub that you go to the other worlds from. She first brings up the question of being released, and me being the semi-evil bad guy, not the fully evil bad guy, actually let her out. So I found her a lot more useful to me as a compliant companion rather than a subjugated slave. Because each companion has a rating, effectively, which is it changes depending on how you talk to them and how you talk around them. Much like the original KOTORs, they're influenced by you.
Yeah.
And she becomes a hell of a lot more compliant once you take the collar off. As strange as that sounds.
I've got to admit, I think if somebody asked me to do something and waved a piece of chocolate in front of me, I would be a hell of a more compliant if somebody came up and smacked me with a plank of wood and said, just do it. Then again, I'm a woman, I'll do anything for chocolate, so...
I'll do anything for beer.
As nasty as it sounds, that she's got a shock collar on and she's a slave, but you are playing a Sith. This is Korriban, this is the centre of the evil empire of the Old Republic and the Star Wars world. That's what you'd expect, because the Sith are cruel.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't want to look soft on your homeworld, do you?
No.
The last thing you want to be doing is running around giving everybody a rose and free hugs and stuff like that. I think you'd be kicked out pretty soon.
And if you're really not feeling that, just go and play a Jedi. If I'm honest, the Jedi are the lovely, huggy saviours of the universe. They're not. If you're not that like-minded, go play them.
I've got to admit, though, playing the evil guy's always better. It's more fun.
Yeah.
That is true.
Evil girls are a lot more funnier as well. There's something about evil girls that make you just go, yeah, you're more badass than the guys, because guys are tanks and the girls are sort of like ninja stealth warriors, at least in my mind anyway.
Very, very true, yeah. And not only that, I found that in my sad little world of World of Warcraft, if I stand there and say, hi, I'm a girl, I have no clue what to do, and I don't know I need armour, I find out that all of a sudden I have a lot of male characters running up to me offering me money.
Very good.
Fantastic income.
I might do that actually.
I think I actually made about 5,000 gold in 10 minutes. Just by going, hi, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm a silly little girl. And they actually believe me. It's like, yeah, I've been playing this for 3 years, mate.
I might do that. I don't even like World of Warcraft. I might do it on something else. What other game can I play?
I'm sorry, I've just actually seen something rather scary. Somebody has done a music parody on the Star Wars theme of Maroon 5's Move Like Jagger.
Oh, God.
Moves Like Jabber.
Dear me.
Wobbly, wobbly, wobbly.
Exactly. It's scary. I think they've put Katy Perry's face on Princess Leia's body. And it looks strange.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing I saw today was we went into Marks and Spencer's, and usually I never go into Marks and Spencer's because I hate it. And I turned around to my partner and said, why does everyone in here look like Margaret Thatcher? Even the men look like Margaret Thatcher. And it was true. Just at that moment, a bearded man walked past and went, excuse me. It was genius.
Just as long as you don't start throwing toast on the tea, then. Oh, God.
Gotta sign down. So, out of your experience, like, say out of 10, what would you give Star Wars the Knights of...
the Old Republic.
The Old Republic Knights of Gallifrey or something.
You're going over into time for the territory and dark.
Well, from what I played, the Sith starting story and its eventual, it's basically a galactic quest, I'd give that around a 7. The Bounty Hunter starting story, however, I'd give an 8 or 9. It's a lot more interesting. The Bounty Hunter in itself is an interesting class to play, being a ranged DPS / AoE sort of controller. Very interesting. I've heard slightly less flattering reviews about the Jedi side. I've heard the story is weaker compared, and overall people have not had as much fun. However, I wouldn't say not go there. Give it a try. See what you think.
Yeah. To be fair though, the thing is with the dark side, it's always like they have an idea, they have a plan, they go out, they do it, they come into trouble, they try and do it again. The Jedi is always, let's go stop them.
Yeah, pretty much.
They don't really have much motivation to do anything, do they, the Jedi?
So, okay, are you at least going to stop and get a cup of coffee on the way? No, we must go and get them now. Okay.
Everything must be done now.
I'll sit here and wait and just watch you play with your fancy, pretty light-up swords.
That's one thing I would like to know. If the Star Wars that I forget the name of, you know Yoda from whichever film he was. All of them. I'm wondering if his race are back in it or anything, because they're like. They weren't they a race? Because, I mean, Yoda's just one.
The problem is, there are 6 known members of that race in the entire Star Wars continuity. Yoda, obviously, and there was a female one in episode 1. She's never mentioned, but she is in the Jedi Council scene where Anakin gets tested as a young boy. She's in the background. The thing is, that race has no name. Lucas has never named it. Neither has any of the books, any of the encyclopedias. It's the Lucas race.
I suppose no one
on the Jedi side. I have no idea, but I myself did not encounter it, and it was not in the Old Republic 1 or 2. So
I've got to admit, if I was gonna play Jedi, I would definitely want to play a Yoda.
Yeah.
Just that little dude was just in there. Well, yeah, if you said there were 6. If it's not a race, I'm just going to call him a Yoda.
I believe it's 6 off the top of my head. There may be more now.
That's okay. When my little cousin edits this, he'll probably correct you.
A Yoda race. That's just that.
Yes.
It's just odd. I mean, it's like that with a load of games. You can't write a book about the game or the film, and you can't write fan fiction or anything and call it a race. It's the same thing with the Halo universe, things like that. You can't say, but this is a new species of something, and I've called it a blog, because it doesn't work. Because people will go, "That's crap. That's a crap name."
To be fair, though, in the Star Wars universe, there are quite a lot of races that are established now, like the Wookiees and Twi'leks, and the original Sith have their own race. If you've never come across them, they have red skin with horns. Not Darth Maul, that's a separate race, which starts with X. I can't remember the name of them. But it has been established quite well that the Star Wars universe has its own separate races. It's just that Yoda's race has never been named, nor has it been fully explored what they are. Either by Lucas's request or just to maintain the mystery.
I think maintaining the mystery is better.
Yeah, I mean,
it just makes him cooler.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like that with the Star Trek universe as well. I mean, the Star Trek and the Star Wars universe are so massive, and they've got such a following and a fan base about them. You really can't come up against a Star Wars or Star Trek diehard fan and say that you know something they don't, because they know it. They
don't mention Star Wars and Star Trek in the same sentence. We will have a massive mob of people trying to kill us. Unless we get George Takei involved, then he might make everything alright.
Trek Wars!
Do not start one.
It sounds good. I mean, I've seen it in a few of the shops around me, and I've often had a look at the back of the box set thing, and there's guides out for it now, and videos everywhere, and chocolate mousse. But yeah, so sounds good.
It is a very enjoyable game. The only reason I'm not on it at the moment is money.
Oh.
As with monthly subscription games.
Yeah. Cool. Well, if you're a Star Wars fan, go and pick it up, go and play it, and go be spreading flowers and joy around.
Murder and mayhem.
Yeah, or shocking a Twi'lek. Oh,
and electrocuting slaves, apparently.
Making them watch you while you do things.
Sadomasochist. The lot of you. We'll end up with women's rights onto us.
The Twi'lek rights onto us.
Twi'lek rights.
Yes, Twi'lek rights. We already have a Jedi religion. It wouldn't surprise me if something like that actually exists.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, not you. Sphix, do you want to sort of explain our award scheme?
Oh, you mean
Yes.
you mean the one that you incessantly been going on about for
Yes.
Yes, right. Basically, we have a new award. It is the Golden Sock Award. Named after the fact that DarkNyte seems to have an obsession with socks. Basically, the cheesiest game we can find is going to have a golden sock sent to them.
Oh, yeah.
Whether whoever it is that makes it, they will have a golden sock sent to them on behalf of GameByte to say, "Well done, you have just got the cheesy sock award."
Nom nom nom.
I'm hoping it won't be a real cheesy sock, but I know how devious DarkNyte can be.
I'll try and make it biologically safe for anyone that's opening the package, but I can't promise anything. If it's a game that's that cheesy, then they will get some foot cheese.
Oh God! Can we just stick with a golden sock?
Okay. Cheese.
Because seriously, the last thing I want to be doing is hosting the next podcast going, yes, unfortunately, DarkNyte can't be here because he's under a biohazardous restriction zone for having a very cheesy sock and sending it to someone like Blizzard.
Oh no, I wouldn't send it to Blizzard.
You would get done for biochemical warfare.
You should see my rap sheet already. It's huge.
No cheek. I know where Blizzard is. I've stood outside the offices that they try to hide.
They try and hide beneath their World of Warcraft bedsheets.
No, actually, they don't have anything to do with World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, anything on the outside of the building. They basically, you look at the sign and mysteriously 2 of the floors have disappeared. There's a 5-floor building and 2 floors have disappeared. The 2 floors that have disappeared is Blizzard.
Oh.
But they don't give out. They're not allowed to put where it is because apparently people have threatened to blow it up when they don't get things that are items that have dropped in dungeons. I think that's like overkill a little bit, you know.
Yeah, just a little.
My Staff of Mystery. No, damn you, Blizzard.
They have had tickets come through where people have threatened to blow them up, threatened to come down there and assassinate them, and this, that, and the other, all because they didn't get that legendary weapon. Oh no, the horror! So yes, they're not allowed to actually say where it is. I'm not allowed to say where it is, although if you're smart enough, you can find it.
How did socks turn into Blizzard? We're not going to even send Blizzard a sock because they haven't made any cheesy games. Oh,
yeah, you're probably right then.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll have to see what Kung Fu Panda looks like when it comes out later on this year.
What, is Blizzard making that?
Well, yeah, Mr. Pandaria.
Oh!
Kung Fu Panda.
I thought they were actually making a Kung Fu Panda game. Why,
no.
Devious.
I know the strange thing. One thing, this may be me being rather geeky sad, but I don't know, but I'm actually looking forward to the World of Warcraft movie.
Yep, you are being geeky and sad.
But I like being geeky and sad.
You also like World of Warcraft. You haven't put in yourself in any higher stature.
Hey, come on. I like Portal, I like Half-Life, I like Command & Conquer. Surely that gives me some credit. I'm a girl that likes military strategy games.
A tumbleweed just blew across my desk. What the hell? Where did that come from?
Shut up, you git.
If I'm honest, I'm more excited for rumours about Titan.
Titan? Oh,
That's
yes.
the project name for Blizzard's new MMO.
Code name, yes.
Codename Titan. Sounds like
Yes.
some sort of special forces sort of code word.
It does actually. Either to that or it sounds like Titans and the gods and, you know,
To be honest, it sounds like
Mount
something like...
Olympus kind of thing.
It sounds like something like EVE Online or, you know, the big space MMOs. That I tried to play Battlestar Galactica online and failed. Miserably failed on
Well,
that game.
I tested Star Trek, and that wasn't particularly very good, if I'm honest.
Not really any of the Star Trek games have been any good, have they?
No.
I remember the. This is going back, God knows how many years. Jesus, it was about. Oh God, I can't even remember. It was many years ago, and the first-person shooter Star Trek game. Because that was.
That is a while ago.
That was PS. Was it PlayStation 1, Dreamcast, something like that? And it was in the shop, and they were like, these guys were playing on it, and I was like, what's that? Oh, it's the Star Trek first-person shooter. I'll just be leaving now. Backing out slowly, not breaking eye contact.
Star Trek Elite Force. It was ported to the PS2 in 2001.
2001? Oh, there you go. Well, I feel a lot older now. I am.
Hey, don't. I'm older than both of you.
Combined.
Hey. Cheeky.
So we got a new award. The competitions that we had in the previous podcast are still standing. That was the intro and the funny game thing, the jig.
We also got the funny gaming slogan T-shirt competition.
Ah, yes.
The funniest one does get a free T-shirt with their slogan on it. So, but at the moment there is only one contender. There's only one person who sent any slogans in.
Do we have
and
a
he
closing
sent like
date?
5 in, so it's
do we
it's
have
like right. So if 4 more people come up with any of them, at the moment he's still winning.
do we have a closing date for that? Or are we just keeping it open for
I'm going to say the beginning of March.
Okie dokie.
With everybody having to pay off Christmas and everything, I am going to say the beginning of March. It'll let me pay off Christmas as well.
It'll let me work off Christmas. Oh, I look like Santa. I have a beard, but don't tell anyone. Yeah, so that's about all we've got time for. Unless anyone else has anything to say, speak now, forever hold your pieces.
Nope, I think I'm done.
Same here, I'm done it.
And I've been done so much, people have actually stuck forks in me. So, from Timer, from Sphix, from me, DarkNyte, thank you for all listening. Say goodbye, guys.
See ya.
And for me, goodbye. Love you all. Too much.